pleased to be joined in studio now by Bills rookie running back Ray Davis, and player interview appearances on One Bills Live are presented by Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons, the official coffee of the Buffalo Bills. All right, Ray, first one's on the board, man. Got in the end zone on Monday night. Just maybe walk us through that. Everybody was, you guys, it's funny. You got this mantra, everybody eats. Everybody did on Monday night. My God.
Yeah, I mean, all three running backs got the score, so it was cool to see James get in there, then see Ty get in there. So me having the opportunity to get my chance, I know Josh and James was really pushing for it to happen, and they were just kind of talking to me on the sideline like, go get it, Rook. You know what I'm saying? This is your first time.
Okay, so you're like the rest of us. I mean, you got family in for the game and all that. What kind of reception? Your family had to just be losing it.
Oh, they were going crazy. My sister was crying because she got to be able to see that moment. So it was definitely exciting for us.
Yeah. And you dropped the ball, but did you get it back?
Yeah.
Okay, because you put it down right after you scored, and I was like, oh!
I know, but Jimbo made sure I got the game ball. Jimbo came on the field and was like, go get that ball.
Yeah, because you and Keon did the same thing. Keon's bowling his ball on the touchdown, and he's like, oh! He actually remembered to go grab the thing. So I was wondering if you got it back. I'm glad you did.
Too much excitement.
How much hooting and hollering was there in the film room on Monday for some of your blitz pickup? You took out two guys on one blitz pickup in the game. You just nailed both of those guys, and they went down like bowling pins.
I mean, you got to take pride in that. You got to take pride in protecting Josh and going out there each and every play. Just understand that no matter what, you got to go out there and lay somebody out.
Yeah, we knew, too, that, Josh is getting a lot of attention like that quarterbacks always do. He's having a special year now. That going 3-0 is always big for a quarterback. And this is your first year kind of hanging around him. How do you – because we're asking people what their favorite moment's been for Josh's season, because he's player of the week now, so we got to kind of dap him up.
Yeah.
What about you and the guys in the locker room? I mean, he is – he's a – superstar, right? One of those guys that's the face of the NFL poster. Right? But how is it in the locker room with him? What kind of guy, what kind of teammate is he? And give us, maybe what he has helped you with at being a rookie and helping you acclimate.
Josh is one of the boys. Josh is a great leader, a great teammate, and a great captain. He's been in my position many years ago, being a rookie, and playing some good ball, and just having to understand that it's a slow process, but things that kind of work out. And I think people saw that with Josh's career. I mean, for him to get in his rookie year to be who he is now, I mean, it's somebody to look up to. It's motivational because again, he no matter what was thrown at him, he just kept prevailing. Mm-hmm. He kept doing what he had to do. So to be able to just get some words of advice from him is definitely monumental for me. And for any of the rookies, not just on the offensive side, but the defensive side. Like when Josh speaks, you listen, and I think he definitely commands the room, commands the team, and that's a guy that he'll give the shirt off his back, and you have a lot of respect for him.
Schedule gets a little stiffer now. Baltimore, Houston, Jets. I know you're doing one at a time here. There are players in that locker room that are all too familiar with Baltimore and the style of football that they play. What's kind of been the word from the vets this week in terms of getting ready for this one and this particular opponent?
Focusing on ourselves. That's something that Coach McDermott has very much preached. It's about us and what we do. And, Coach Smiley always says, keeping the main thing. So it's about worrying about Bills football and just playing our game. And when we get there is when we get there.
Mm-hmm. So this, as we said, it's like a day shorter week. We're already, we're Wednesday already, walk through, a little change in the routine. And for you, this is probably old hat already. But for a lot of Bills fans like us and people we don't get back-to-back-to-back primetime games, I mean, it's, Monday night, Thursday night, all that stuff. How is this, what do the players say about, getting ready, having a long day in the run-up to the game, on a night game, that kind of thing? What's that been like?
The biggest advice, that they give us is about taking care of your body, staying in that routine, understanding that your body is, it's important, it's your business. So understanding getting that extra treatment, getting in the tubs, getting stretched out, understand that's going to be a quick turnaround. I think I learned that, when we played, when we had our first game, we had a quick turnaround to play Miami. Right. I saw guys right after the game in the hot tubs, getting stretched out, and I was like, okay. Like this is serious. The guys are ready to get ready to go back and play another game Thursday. They're getting stretched out as soon as the game is over. They're in the tubs. They're taking care of their body. So I quickly learned that, and I picked up on that routine.
Are you a nap guy for a night game? Like just get a nap in somewhere in the afternoon?
It's too much excitement.
Okay,
too much excitement.
You're a little too restless.
Yeah, too much excitement. I like to be able to look forward to something all day. Once you take a nap, then you kind of lose the excitement a little bit.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
kind of keep your vibes going.
Yeah, you got to get that music going, get a nice little show going on, and enjoy it.
Yeah, give us a little hint at early returns and how fast you're getting into the game plan for Baltimore. What, does their defense have a personality for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we know what the Ravens bring. They have a really, really good defense. They got some really good skill players, and they got a lot of speed, with their corners, their linebackers. And, I'm very familiar with 3 guys on the team as I went to high school with them.
Okay.
Jason Onoe, David Ajabo, and Sanus Kane. So I know them very personally, but just what their defense brings is just a lot of speed, a lot of physicalness, and it's about, again, just playing our game and winning up front and going and get the W as much as we can.
Any texting this week yet, or it's pretty quiet on the text?
Yeah, we got some texting going on, a little group chat going on.
It is funny how that kind of just all of a sudden populates in your phone once the week turns, and then they're up next. It's like all of a sudden the chatter starts.
Everybody starts talking, man.
I had a twofold question. One, what's been the biggest adjustment for you in the locker room, on the field, as a football player here, and what's been the biggest adjustment off the field?
I would say on the field more just a reality check, understanding where I'm coming from and being, from once being the guy to coming into a locker room, now I'm one of the guys. So just being able to take in the small details and the small learning from James, from Ty, and the rest of the guys, and then applying it, at practice and trying to get better at practice. So when I do get in the game, it's pretty easy. It's pretty free flow. In the locker room wise, it's about just being a team guy, having fun, trying to communicate with all sides of the ball. And again, not just offense, but hanging out with the defensive guys, hanging out with everybody.
How about off the field, your family, making sure that you got a support network, that you got something to go home to, and stable and all that? How's that? Because that was hard.
Yeah,
that's hard.
I mean, it's very important. You got to have a good mentor, and you got to be able to have a really good circle around you, your family, your friends, and they have to understand that you're busy. Things are going to be very difficult, and you're going to have long days. You may want to talk, you may not, but having that support group is very, very important, because those days where it is hard, you want to be able to go and talk to somebody, and they could take you away from football a little bit. They can bring you back to reality of you are a human being. You do have a family. You do have a life outside the ball. So it's been very fun to have my family around to take my head my head out of the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Atmosphere, you already experienced it in week 1 in that stadium. Was it a little different on Monday night?
Different. I mean, Highmark, what is it, like Monday night? I mean, the game was pretty rocking, and the score was a little different, and the fans were still there. So, I know we appreciate the fans, and we appreciate what Bills Mafia continue to do day in and day out. And like I said, for a rookie, this is insane to me. I mean, this is something I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but I mean, you played some SEC ball, and you've been in some bigger stadiums. I mean, some of those stadiums in the SEC seat even more people than they do here, which is like right around 72, 73. And a lot of people that have experienced SEC football actually say Bills fans kind of replicate the college atmosphere maybe more than any other pro stadium.
Yeah,
Did you feel that at all? Or?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I always say it's not about the numbers, it's about the passion.
Yeah.
And when you look around, you see the passion. You see, I mean, some of these kids grow up of being Bills fans, and when they're young, and then many years later, they're still at the stadium cheering. So being able to see the passion, the excitement, and just the love they have for their city and for their team, it's a little bit different in college, because it's a bunch of alumni, it's a bunch of students there who are there for X amount of years, and you may never see them again. So to be able to know that these fans are diehard through in and throughout, that's something you got to be excited for.
Yeah, you get into these games like Monday night, and it starts to turn your way, and you got a 31-point lead at halftime. You got to be coming out of the locker room with James and with Ty and going, all right, dudes, we're going to get like 9,000 carries. Right?
Hey.
All right? You got to have conversations like that.
A little bit conversations, but not really. You coming out of halftime, it's 0-0. It's about, keeping your foot on the gas. So it's about, hey, Jimbo, keep setting that pace, and me and Ty are going to be right behind you to make sure that pace doesn't fall off. And whether that's running the ball, whether that's Josh throwing the ball, it's about just doing your job and having that mentality of, the next man up.
All right, it's time now for this week's Timbits Timeout, presented by, of course, Tim Hortons, where we solicit the fans to ask Bills players a unique question. This question this week comes from Jenna, who asks, what is your favorite thing about being a Buffalo Bill?
My favorite thing about being a Buffalo Bill was, I'll be honest, it has nothing to do about being on the football field. It has everything to do about the fans. You know, when I go around, I go shopping, or I'm walking around, taking a walk in my neighborhood. It's about just seeing the smiles and excitement on people's faces, and the genuineness of just offering to help out and just do anything. So I think being a part of this organization is amazing, but also being a part of this fan base is even more tremendous, because you got family. This is family forever, in my opinion. And you know, I'm a guy who's big on family and big on support, and I know I got the support from Buffalo and the Mafia for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's one of my wife and I. That's why we stayed here after I finished playing. It's just like feels like home.
Yeah.
You know, and they treat you like family. I mean, everybody's a Bills fan. Certainly, it's nice to be a former Buffalo Bill in Buffalo, but the vibe is very much home and family.
Family
you get treated
orientated.
like part of the family from people you don't even know.
Well, Ray, good luck this weekend down there in Baltimore for Sunday Night Football. Stay healthy, all right? And go kick some rear end, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Stay in one piece, too.
Yeah, that's Ray Davis, rookie running back for your Buffalo Bills.